Good evening. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I put up a video on this channel. I just wanted to give a kind of a little update on my Navy Federal Credit Union experience. And everyone's seemed to have different experiences. And I just want to say this is a continuation. I had done one a while back. And I said my Navy Federal Credit Union experience. And I was really frustrated with the process, Navy Federal, and I didn't know really what was going on. And I was almost to the point where I was going to say that I just was going to cancel the card and just was not going. I was not going any further because it seemed like it was taking them. I don't know, like they weren't ever going to unsecure the card. But I just want to give you an update and let you know that they finally did that. I had heard conflicting stories where you get the card in 2 months or 3 months after, but then they would, they would review you to unsecure the card. Well, that was not my experience. I was just really frustrated. I did that, opened up a secure account, couple $100, paid it down, paid it off, kept paying on it. Never was late, never anything like that because $200 is really not a whole lot of money. So I just said, well, I'll just do that. And I had pledge loans. I have a CD. I have personal loan, checking account, savings account, or have a business account, a banking account, savings and checking account. And I was just really frustrated because I had so many different entities with Navy Federal, and I just said, well, I was just really disappointed. But I just want to report that they finally did what they said they was going to do. They unsecured the card. I was just looking at one story online on YouTube, and guy said he did it after a couple months. They increased it. Well, they didn't do me like that. A couple of months went by, they didn't do anything. I kept looking at my statements, and after 3 months, where the stories I heard on YouTube, then that didn't happen. And I kept looking, and then I called, and I called the people themselves to get the real understanding. And from the last time that I called, they said that they weren't doing it after 3 months; that they would start looking at your account after 6 months. Another little hack that they kind of let me in on is something that you need to be aware of. If you have your credit frozen, that may be a factor in them not being able to get your full report and so forth and so on. So you might want to keep that in mind. I went through all of that. I did that as well. Make sure my credit report was on frozen when the statement day come out, because if they reviewed the account, I wanted to make sure that my report was not frozen at the time that they was going to check my credit. But I'll say again, I was extremely frustrated with Navy Federal. Had done all the things that I thought that was correct in doing in order to get started for them to unsecure the card, but they took their own sweet time. But I just want to do this video to report that they finally did that. They finally unsecured the card, but it took them about 12 months to do it. And I had called them several times and prior to that and told them that I was thinking about just forgetting about it, just closing the account out. But thank God I just hung in there. And my wife, she was always telling me, just hold on, it'll happen. It'll happen. Just hold on. But I know the Bible tells us patience possesses your soul. But I knew I was a good customer, and I know I had been with them for a while, so I thought that they would have done it long before they got to it. But I just was reporting that they finally did what they say. So sometimes you just have to be patient. Everybody's situation is not the same. Everybody's story is not the same, and you can't expect the things to happen all the same. One tip that I would like to leave with you as well. If you have questions, give them a call. Call them. And I want to say this thing about Navy Federal Credit Union. No one's paying me to say this, but out of all the different places I've dealt with, banks and so forth, Navy Federal Credit Union have some of the best people, customer service that I've ever dealt with in a lifetime. And I can say that in all honesty, and no one is paying me to say that. I'm saying it because it's the truth. They're very respectful, and and so forth, and like they really care about their clients and customers. And people don't have to do that. Sometimes they can put up a front, but seem to be very knowledgeable, intelligent, and I just wanted to leave that. And like I said, I was finally happy that they released and reached the secure card and finally went to the regular card, because I told them I got cards all over the place. I got cards with uh, Capital One, 3 or 4. I got cards with Citibank, and I did a video on Citibank, but I think about them, and it's not it's not very high, my opinion of them, because they were the ones that cut my credit by the largest margins than anybody that had ever done that, and that's been very rarely that anyone has ever cut my credit limit, even in this tough market. And the only other one was American Express did it by only $100, so I wasn't really concerned about that. So that wasn't a problem. But a Citibank caused me a lot of harm because they cut 2 of my cards, the rates by half, and dropped my score, and I had to build my score back up. And I got a specific reason that I kind of hold on to with the little hack that I use them for, but I don't use them like it's not an everyday card, because I don't like the way they do their business. Okay. But and the thing is too with Navy Federal, where I really want to get in and get some cards with them, because the interest rates are a whole lot cheaper than a lot of these other cards. 28, 29%. Some of those second tier cards, so I don't know what the third tier for. They want 35 and they want $125. Those are garbage cards. And I'm not dealing with cards like that, so I'm not going to do that. Sometimes people may be on the point that they need to get started, and they will accept whatever what card comes across because they want to get their credit. I can kind of understand that to the degree, but I'm not going to deal with garbage cards. Where they charging you big annual fees. I don't know. I got a plethora of credit cards, and the only one that still have any kind of fee is Capital One. I have one Capital One. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 Capital One cards, and the only one that has a fee is I have one card that has a $39 fee, which eventually I want to get rid of. But all my other cards that have no fees. The Quicksilver, I have 11. I have I got the Walmart. That's a Walmart card from them. I have the Saver card and one other card. So I mean, the only one is that one that I've had a long time that I still have. But other than that, none of my cards have fees. I'm not in the business of paying a whole bunch of fees, yearly fees to cards, and they're just making money off of that when you're not getting any value out of the car. And I would say if your credit is decent, the thing is try to get you a card that has some cash back value. And I can tell you from my years of experience and all the cars that I've dealt with, Capital One has one of the best uh, programs for cash back. It doesn't take months, or you don't have to build up a certain amount. And usually you get it back within days. But the best of the cards, all of one, is the Apple Card. Now I think they're top when it comes to cash back. They got daily cash back, and if you use it properly, then you can save a little money. Anytime you carry a balance on cards, it's going to cost you some fees. They're in business. That's what they're in business for. But you have to make it work for you. They in the business to make the card work for them. You have to turn around and make the card work for you. You have to outsmart them in that sense. They're trying to make fees and money off of you, and you're trying to build your credit and so forth and so on. And that's the name of the game for you. So you have to outsmart them in that sense. Move stuff around, do what you have to do, but make it happen. Also important is, like I say, knowing your statement date and knowing your due date. If you miss your due date, then they're going to charge you a late fee. And then afterwards, what happened is they're going to charge you that fee. And if you make it a day or two, they're going to charge you the fee. But on top of that, then you have to know when is your statement date. Because after the statement date comes out, that's what they're going to report to the credit bureau. And that's what's going to be on your report for 30 days. Now, understand, it's not a permanent thing. But I mean, if you're trying to get something or whatever, and you're gonna have to wait another 30 days in order to approve that particular account, because that's what goes on the account, and it's going to be on there for 30 days. Okay, so I just want to kind of make this video, and I think it was try to put some pertinent information that you all can use, and let's just say that Navy Federal, they did what they say they would. It wasn't in the time frame that I thought it was going to be in. It wasn't in the time frame from all the YouTube videos. What I heard, a lot of the stuff that I heard was not what actually happened. So I wanted to tell you that don't take everything that someone tell you for face value. Find out some things for yourself, because you would be disappointed. I know I was. And I know things change, and sometimes the information may be pertinent at the moment, but then down the line things change. So keep that in mind and take that with a grain of salt. Don't always take what someone says to be the gospel truth, because sometimes it will leave you disappointed. You may say, well, I'll get this card in 3 months, then I'm going to get me an increase, and I'll build my credit limit, and I get me $2,000 or whatever you're looking for, and you're counting on it to happen. Believe me, you better try to not count on it, because I'm telling you, a lot of times it will not happen the way that you think it will. Now, I'm not saying it's the same for everybody, but the situation is different in different situations. I wanted to make this little video because I felt it was pertinent at this time, and I just want to leave you with information. And if you like it, like and subscribe, and to leave a comment if it's something that's helped you, because that's what I'm here for. I want to help you, and I want to help you the best of my ability, and the things that I come across, the information is pertinent. And like I said, what I want you to do is talk to them. Don't just believe everything you say. Some folks here on click. Sure, we're here that we want subscribers, and we want people to subscribe to our channel, because that's where eventually you'll get monetized, and you can end up making some money. But the information that I want to bring to you, I want to make sure that it's correct and it's pertinent and something that you can use. So I thought it was a good time to put this one up at this time. So at this time, and so I hope that information helps someone. And like I said, if it does, you can like and subscribe to the channel, and we appreciate it. Okay, that's what we have for now. See you on the next video.